Hey guys, welcome to my shop. Well, I just got done with this bowl. It's epoxy and it has all kinds of stuff in it. I mean, it's got Pinecone's pecan holes on it. It's also got something unique right here in the bottom. These are chestnut holes. Very unusual, very hard to handle. I'm going to show you later on in the video. It's a sort of an accident bowl. I hadn't figured out a good name for it. Got my logo in the bottom and all that kind of good stuff. So why don't you hang in there and I'm going to show you how I made this sapsucker. Well, you see this, I poured this maybe a week or so ago, and it's I think it's got a piece. I think that's cherry in there. I really don't know, and I just messing around, so I just poured it. It's got different colors of epoxy, but see, the epoxy used to come up to right here. And then when you put it in a pressure pot, you know, it all, you know, pushed all the epoxy into all the crevices of these pecan holes is what they are. In fact, I even got a pinecone or two in there somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this to the round and make me a ridge right in here. And I'm going to build this back up and I'm going to pour some more epoxy on the top of it to bring it up a little higher. And it's going to be a different color. And after that sets up, I'm going to make a bowl out of some sort. I'm not sure what. But I'm also going to add some more stuff on top of this. And what I think I'm going to add is, oh, wait a minute, let me go get one and I'll show you. Here's what I'm going to add right here. Now they're chestnut holes, I guess, you know, before, you know, the casing that the chestnut comes out of. Now those spines right there, you have absolutely got to wear gloves because they're like a little porcupine. But I think I'm gonna come in here and maybe, I don't know, we'll just have to see. I think I'm gonna add a few of them around here. Of course, this is gonna be the bottom, but I can make a big flat bottom. So that's what I'm gonna do. First thing I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get this to the round and put me a lip right in here. I'm gonna leave all this alone. I've got the face belt on. I'm going to be turning probably 2,500, something like that. And I'm going to be using a 2-inch radius square cutter at about a 45-degree angle. First thing I guess I need to do, I just set this up. I didn't check it. Yeah, see here I'm low. So I got to come in here and I got to be on center at least, never below. High is good, but okay. Here's what happens. See, if you go below, you see what you're doing. You hit it right here like this, like that. That's exaggerated naturally, but so you're gonna hit it like this right here, so it's gonna push you down. Versus if you're coming up here like this, see, you go hit like this. So you know, even if you get something bad, it's gonna push you away. It works exactly like a negative rake scraper. So I prefer when I'm doing the outside of something to be a hair high. Now, if I'm doing in here, I want to be dead center. There you go. That ought to get, I know it's out of balance, but you know, we bolted down the concrete. So we're good to go. Let me see what we got. We got the camera going. We got belts changed. Got my rest. Don't believe I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to turn it on anyway. Mama might come out. If I use a respirator or something, she comes out, she sort of gets excited. I'm going to take this aluminum tape here and build me a lip around it, like so. Probably put two of them, just to make sure. Probably do it in segments so it's easier to handle. I've seen somebody do this and it worked well. I've done it once, it worked all right. All right, had to go get me a pair of good leather gloves, because I guarantee you these things, they smart. We've got a bunch of pecans in here. Oh, they break apart. That's a good thing. So let's see what we can do here. All right. I'll go pick me a color. I don't know about this, guys. Like I say, if you don't try it, you'll never know if it worked or not. You better look at it here. There you go. Well, what I'm going to use, I've already poured some in there. This is Total Boat High Performance Epoxy, and it's a 2-to-1. So I've already, used the scale here, and I'm using, this is, whatever it is, can't read it, pistachio, green sort of. So that's the color. I thought that might be fitting. So let's mix it up. Well, it's not too, doesn't appear to be too thick. Well, I had it in the sinking hot water for half-hour. It might make a difference, because as you guys know, I keep it in the refrigerator until such time as I get ready to use it. Two things about that: it's in total darkness. It's the sunlight that kills it, especially if you've got clear containers. And it keeps it cold, which that would slow down any type of activity. It's sort of like it's got a gold in it or something. Well, too late now. I'm not going to throw it away. It's been a while now. Good enough as far as I'm concerned. We're in. There you go. There's a maximum of 50 pounds, which is more than enough. Okay, guys, that'll be tomorrow. All right, it's the next morning. Let's see what this sapsucker looks like. You gotta let the pressure off first. The next day or whenever you do it, when you look at the gauge and see how much it lost, that gives you an idea of how much compression you've got with your air. I mean, pressure pot, it compresses the bubbles. They're still there. They're just micro bubbles. And it pushes it into other voids as it pushes the air out. So anyway, that's the whole principle of a pressure pot. Well, it's still there. Didn't leak, it don't look like. Well, that's sort of pretty, guys. Anxious to get that on the lathe and do something with it. I don't know about these porcupines here. What do you think? That stuff, you have to turn this off now. Ain't no way you're gonna peel that tape off now. All right, we're going to the lathe now. See ya. All right, I got the faceplate back on now in the exact same place it was. I got the fast belt on. I got that tight. I got that tight. I got that tight. Now, first thing I'm gonna do is I gotta turn this tape off because you can't peel it off. Probably could here, but up here you can't. So I might as well just turn it off and be done with it. I'm gonna come in at some sort of an angle there. Yeah, you got to have speed, my friends. It's all there is to it when you turn in epoxy. Negative rake works pretty good, but it don't work as good. Let me get this done right here. We might probably come in 1/4 inch to get it cleaned up. It's on a good faceplate. I don't think I need the tailstock. All the chip out's gone, and that's nice and smooth. And as soon as I get this out of my, we'll reposition. I'm going to mark out this recess here, and then I'll use a square cutter and cut it out and put a dovetail in it. Then we'll shape the rest of it. I still hadn't really decided what I want to do. So I've got a few little voids in here that may be hard to fix, but I think, it's got some pretty wood in it. I think I'd like to get down to some, I can see it under there. I'd like to get down to that wood, show it up a little bit better, because it's really pretty and got the bark on it and everything. I'm sort of wanted to see, it has I guess you'd call it a witness line. It's got a straight line right here, and I sort of wanted to preserve that. There you go. Well, I think in order to maximize the possible beauty of this thing, I'm going to make this smaller. I'm going to come in here with a round cutter about right here and sort of round it sort of like my finger is up to that line. I don't want to lose that line. Man. Whew. Oh yeah. Look there. Yes, I like that. That's nice. Look at all that figure in there. Isn't that pretty? I think I might be on to something here, girls. I'll leave that like it is and come around here and head that direction so we'll make it. Well, you have to pardon the noise, but it's a must-have. No ifs, ands, and buts about that. So I've got it sanded down to 320, and now I'm hitting it with some steel wool. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's got some interesting patterns in it. And right here, I put a pine cone in it, and it's pecan hulls. This is chestnut. And whatever kind of wood that was, I don't know what that was. You'll see more of it inside. I had some voids right there. All right, here it is. I got sealer on it just to give you an idea of what it's going to look like. I think it's going to be pretty. Sometimes the least you try, the better it turns out. And that's just sealer, because I'll get a couple coats of that on it. Right now I've got to quit and help my grandson with a project. But that's a pleasure. You can see the pine cones in it and the pecan hulls, and there's your, look how pretty those chestnut things turn out. Look at that, isn't that neat? It tells me that I got to do some more of that, and I got a ton of them suckers. All right, you see this is, I'm going to explain to you how we're going to get this magnificent shine here. Okay, I put regular, men wax sealer on it, water-based. Let that dry real good, and then I steel wooled it and used a Scotch-Brite pad on it. And then the next step is I came back with Axe paste, one coat, and I used another Scotch-Brite pad to put that on with. And now I'm on my second coat of Axe polishing and restoring paste. So what I wanted to do here was to tell you guys that these folks, I mean, you can't hold it against them that they're Yankees, okay? But they put out a nice product, and they have a website, and they don't hardly have very many subscribers. I'm going to put the link down here. Now, all you guys that go there and sign up, okay? You know, you just need to do that. Alrighty? It would help them out, and you know, they're good folks, and a lot of you people buy their product. But you can give a 10% discount too. So I'm gonna whirl this thing up to about $1,000 here. All right, I'm gonna get the chuck in and get her flipped around, and we're gonna start the hauling process. All right, I got her all flipped around and faceplate off. I'm gonna go ahead and drill my depth holes, but I'm gonna use 2 bits for it. I'll use a smaller one, and I'm gonna drill it right to that gear right there, and then I'll come back with a second one. All right, I've already started hollowing it out a little bit. I had some company in here, so I didn't have the camera on. But let's do it. Got some pecans. I mean, like the meat part. All right. All right, where's my scraper? All right, I'm gonna try to do a little scraping in here. I know there's gonna be times you can't see it. I'm sorry about that. I can see. Maybe. All right, I think you can see those voids. Right here, there's a pine cone right there. And it's pretty thin, so I'm gonna come in here with some super fine shavings. All right, now I'm gonna come in here with a little bit of Star Bond, super, I say fast, yeah, super fast thin. Got a couple of knots in there, and I'm trying to make sure I get some CA in them, because if you think something's gonna crack, it just almost always starts with a knot. So I think that's probably good. All right, I got it pretty much done. I'm using a little, I put 2 coats of sealer in here, and I use a little bit of Scotch-Brite and clean it up a little bit. Now I'm gonna put some Axe paste in it. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and do some more on the outside while I'm at it, because I got a little bit of sealer up in here, like always. You know, that's one reason I think I've said several times that, you know, I don't really like finishing the outside totally, because I always have to do it over. I mean, always. All right. I'll bring you over here where you can see this rascal. How's that? That almost wraps it. Take it all out of here now. Now what I want to do is make sure I drop it right. There you go. Yeah, that looks good. A little shiny right there. Ooh, I didn't know I got it that thin in the bottom. Look, you can see my finger. That's interesting. I might have almost made a pretty funnel, didn't I? All right. Let's proceed. I'll explain to you what I'm going to do here in a little bit. Well, I wrapped up this bowl. I think maybe I'm going to, put the buffing wheel on, buff it a little bit more, but not much. But anyway, I was helping my grandson. He built that table this weekend. He's only 10 years old. I helped him a little bit, and the only thing I did was drill the holes for the top and bottom to fit on the cedar. He turned the whole bottom and all that kind of stuff, and of course the top's bought. But anyway, he didn't quite get done with it before his mother and dad stopped by to pick him up. It wasn't dry, it was done with poly. And I was going to do something with this bowl I just got done making. And I was going to mix a little bit of epoxy, so I decided to just go ahead and do an epoxy top for him. It turned out really nice. I'll come over here a little bit closer for you. Kid is really learning fast, but anyway, that turned out really super nice. But the reason I mixed some epoxy, here you go, right here. Okay, this is the bowl I just finished. And this is, I don't even know what I'm going to call this. It's sort of like a keep busy bowl. I was just waiting on something, and I'm the type of person that, I don't like to be idle. So I just saw that sitting over there in a ice cream deal, and I started putting stuff in it and pouring epoxy, and it turned out pretty good. But what I mix the epoxy for is I don't like to leave recesses in bowls when I'm done. I just don't think they're very attractive. So what I did is I cut the logo out of my business card and super glued it in there right in the center so it would stand up just a little. And then I mixed up some tabletop epoxy. Total Boat table. Let me try this again. Total Boat tabletop epoxy. And I did it just for this, so I said, well, what the heck, I'll just go ahead and finish Zachary's top for him. So that's when I did this, and then I thought, well, boy, that would make a really neat display, for putting bowls and stuff on. So I may just have to make me one. And I think it turned out really neat looking. So you can see that that bowl has a lot of features in it. It's just got all kinds of pretty features in it. I'm going to take some stills so you can see them, but the ones I really like best are right here at the bottom. Those that look like this right here. Right there. Hope you can see it a little better. I'll get a little better lights in a minute. I got new lights ordered, guys, so we're going to be over this problem pretty soon. So anyway, I wrapped this up and it looks nice. So I'm going to take some pictures, so you guys hang in there with me. I'll get better lights here shortly, and we'll just do it to it then, and it'll look a whole lot better. So let me take some stills, and you guys subscribe, and you know what else, don't you? Call your mama.